Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Thank you very much for joining me. Our patient is this board. It's been toasting at 50 degrees on the heater at least overnight, and now at 75 for a few hours. This is MSI MAG Z790 Tomahawk Max Wi-Fi. Very nice one. Now we're gonna place it on the machine. The socket is 1700, so it's one of those big ones with window. So we'll see how that goes. It's not the first one we do, not the first 1700 socket we do, and we've had some success in the past. Now the board is relatively thick, so I think we will have to use a little higher temperature, but since now I don't use the fan at all times, right? I'm actually gonna turn it off now, so I get a little more accurate temperatures and a little higher temperatures. So my profiles are a little aggressive, the ones that come with Rework Pro. So recently I've been telling people to just kind of reduce it, right? So some of them are going up to 235 even, right? 225, 235. We're gonna try to reduce it to 215 at the max, the maximum of 215, and we'll see if the CPU will let go at that temperature. It should. And the main reason for that is that I do believe that the previous board with the 2011 socket, I'm pretty sure that if I limit it, especially during resoldering, replacing, right? Because the removal kind of went okay, but the resoldering, it started popping. So maybe drying was one of the reasons. Now I have 82 degrees in the shop and 26% humidity, which is okay. It's not bad. Anything below 30%, I say, is okay. Anything above 45% is no. So I use space heater to increase the temperature and reduce humidity, and of course baking the board or drying the board overnight. But I'm pretty sure that if I limited the temperature on the previous board to 190, because that's when the socket dropped. It dropped at 190. I didn't see that. I saw it afterwards in the footage. If I kept it at 190, it probably would have been okay. I believe so. But, well, we're not going to find out. But today we're going to find out if I set my maximum temperature to 215 and never exceed 215. We'll see if that gets the trick done. I'm pretty sure 195 should loosen the socket. It's just going to take a little longer. That's my hunch. But we'll see. Let's speed up the footage and let's get it done. Alright, this went really well, especially the replacement. I caught a really good contact with the board. Sometimes it's hard. It's gooseneck, so you would think that you can position it however you want, but it does have a little bit springiness to it. Sometimes it's pretty hard. Now I obviously again I didn't catch when the socket dropped. That's why I did 2 more cycles on 210, and I think I went to 215. I have to review the footage, I guess. But I did review now after I finished previous cut, and it did drop at 200. I was expecting it to drop at a 190, but it dropped at 200 almost exactly. So basically, what I've been doing so far, I've been using slightly too high temperature, too aggressive, and I recently told you guys on Discord that, you know, be careful with my profiles. I always said that 235 is the maximum temperature for the sockets, preferably 225, but it's rather 210 would be the maximum, maybe 215 absolute maximum. You don't need higher. And the same removal, my maximum temperature was 210, or was it 215? I think it was 210, and the socket lifted very early, before it even got to 215. But I had a poor contact with the board. The main thermocouple had poor contact, and you could see on the second display that the temperature was already like around 230 on the, or at least what this was registering. The second thing is that the thermocouple registers much lower temperature, and I don't know what it depends on, because typically it shows like 15 instead of 25, but today it was showing like 3 to 5 degrees room temperature, so it was like at least 20 degrees lower than it's supposed to be. So in either case, don't take my numbers directly. You always have to figure out your own numbers, definitely. But the bottom heater, I got to 205, which gave me 140, 145 on the top, and it went pretty well. Now the one more thing that I gotta do with this board, the customer also complained that the Wi-Fi was disconnecting. This is the Wi-Fi that is installed on the board. You have to remove 2 screws from the bottom, remove it, put some deoxit on it, put it back again. That's what I'm gonna do in a minute once the board cools down. I have to clean it, but the socket is sitting very well. It dropped uniformly, very quickly. It's pretty much textbook. So yeah, my temperatures, my profiles were a bit too aggressive. Actually a lot too aggressive. But this is it. Okay, the board is fixed. Now let's wait for it to cool down, clean it, fix the Wi-Fi, and we're done. Thank you very much for your business, and thank you guys very much for watching. I do appreciate you, and I shall see you in the next one.